What's going on, YouTube world? It's Jerome, and I just want to talk to y'all about some things that's just been heavy on my chest. Today, I want to start off with infidelity in relationships. And I want to know what y'all opinion is. So I want y'all to drop down in the comments on whatever y'all feel, and I'm going to answer those questions because this is something I've been trying to tackle with friends and family members, and it's like I can't get a clear answer on, what is what. So I do want to start off and tell you this, that, I am a single black man and I do date. I have been in relationships and I have been involved with other people in the past that have stepped out in the relationship and it was too much for me, or it was just something that I could not handle, or I thought I couldn't handle. I think I can handle, and so I continue to move on, which is cool. Long story short, I do have a group of friends. Some are married, some are in a monogamous relationship, and the others, they just date around or whatnot. And I guess I'm the others too because I date around as well. And so my married friends, we've had a discussion because of past relationships that I've been in. I've, talked to them and confided in them because I just want to know, what is the thing? Like, what is the magic potion or the trick to staying in a relationship or getting married? Because that's what I desire. And so every one of my friends that are married have told me that their spouse cheated on them, is cheating right now, they've cheated, or they're probably cheating right now. And that being in a relationship is more so like a business contract, meaning businesses have their ups and downs. And when businesses have their downs, that doesn't mean you step out. You kind of push forward so that way you can get back to that up again. And I don't know if I'm feeling that or if I'm down for that. And the reason why I say I'm not feeling that is because I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't want to cheat on my spouse. I don't want my spouse to cheat on me. I want us to have whatever issues we have that we can confide in each other, maybe a close friend, a family member, whoever the case it may be, but keep your body parts inside your clothing or keep your body parts to me. And of course, I'm going to do the same. I don't know. I don't know. Personally with me, I've been in relationships, but I could count probably on one hand the serious relationships I've had that have been more than 1 year. And I know some of y'all are probably like, that's not a relationship because it needs to be more than that. But for me, my line is if we're in a relationship for more than 1 year, then this is something serious because I haven't been in a relationship with nobody this long. And at this juncture, you probably met my family members, you met my close friends, you probably spent a night over here, I'm probably spending the night over there. We're doing something together. But the cheating thing, it bothers me. And I'm not a good person by heart. I'm going to tell you first off, when you meet somebody and they tell you that their spouse did everything wrong, they're lying to you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in my relationships, I know I did some stuff that was crazy as hell or dumb or dirty as hell. But it takes two people to mess up. Now, don't get me wrong. Not every relationship is going to be on that one person, because there are relationships that I had where I really, really tried and I did my best and I did not do nothing bad at all. However, it takes two people to mess up a relationship. And so in my previous relationships, I did do some crazy stuff. My last two relationships, I didn't do anything because I had a ending that I wanted to have, and that was to be happily ever after, and of course, get married. But of course, I'm single, so that didn't happen. But my friends tell me, the ones that are married, that you should put up with that stuff, because if you want to get married, those are things that you're going to have to put up with, and those are things that's going to happen. And at the end of the day, people are just people. And, some of my friends, they get real deep in detail about biblical, they get into the biblical thoughts, or they get into, the Bible, and they say, well, because we're doing ABC, it's not going to be like, XYZ. Some of my friends just say, people are people. They're going to do what they want to do. And then my female friends, they just dog, the guys out. They say, us being men, we are not emotional. We're more so physical. So when we cheat, it's more so from a physical aspect instead of an emotional aspect. And I beg to differ because even though I am a guy, I am more emotional within my relationships. Sex to me, or when sex is involved with two people, it's more so on an intimate level with me, and it's more emotional to me than physical. And don't get me wrong, the physical sometimes overweigh the emotional part of me. But I'm going to say they're kind of like, they're not even playing grounds, but they kind of wave around each other. They go from 50 to 40 all day long. But nevertheless, I don't want someone to share what I have. Long story short, I guess this has to deal with everybody as well too. I met this guy when I first moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just gonna say this. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't know anyone. And I think that, it ain't even think I know, because we ain't even together now. His thing for dating me, or one of the top qualities, which I don't blame him, is that I'm new to Atlanta, and I have never been with anybody in this city that he knows. And that made him feel great, which I understand. Because with guys, and probably, some of the women viewers out there, nobody doesn't want nobody else that somebody shared. And don't get me wrong, I know that we do date people that may have been with other friends or associates or friends, whatever the case may be. But you do get a different feeling in the inside when someone that you are with never been with someone else, because it just gives you some kind of sense of security. And I get that. The only problem that I had in that relationship was that I was new to Atlanta, and I was just like every other guy. I wanted to go out. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to enjoy the city. I wanted to enjoy my space. I had just moved from a smaller town, and I was just really just living my life. And granted, I was still working hard, as I've always done. But I think at this juncture, when I was in Atlanta, I was wrapping up one of my degrees, and it was free time I had, and I just wanted to spend time just partying and just celebrating and enjoying my friends in Atlanta because, for a very long time, I've been telling my friends, hey, I'm going to move to Atlanta, and never moved. And now I had the opportunity where I moved, but then I met a guy who wanted to tie me back down and put me in the house and had me sheltered from the world. Nevertheless, we had a communication issue because I told him what I wanted. He took what I said I wanted to something totally different. It took him 2 weeks, two whole weeks, to find somebody, which he probably didn't even find them. He already had communication with them. Fly out to see them, sleep with them, come back, and then when he and I were back talking again, he just let it ride. He didn't say anything. Now, how I found out was one day I was out partying with some friends, and I seen him out as well, and he was with his friends. Long story short, he told them about me when he and I made that connection in the club or outside the club, because I believe the club was over with at that time. Yeah, it was over with at that time. One of his friends said, oh, that's Jerome. That's the guy you were talking about. Then, in the same breath, he's going to say, well, why would you go to New York to sleep with? And so what I told him, I said, oh, you went to New York to sleep with somebody? I thought we were still together. And so he told his friend to be quiet, stop talking, you talking too much, yada, yada, yada. They had their words going back and forth, and I'm looking like, wow, this is crazy. I'm dating this guy. I tell him what I want. He goes out and sleeps with somebody else, and I'm supposed to be okay with it. Now, mind you, I guess it really doesn't even count, and he had every right to do what he wanted to do, because at the end of the day, I want to say that he and I only been talking for maybe 4 to 6 months, I want to say. But it was a good 4 to 6 months to where he was the only person that I was sharing my body with. However, at the end of the day, I know that we were just dating. Was it right for me to just leave him alone, or should I just stay with him? Now, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. He was the first guy that I dated in Atlanta after I moved to Atlanta. But I think back like I should have stayed with him, because sometimes I still think about him. He's cool. We actually reconnected a few times like throughout the years of me being here, and we talked or whatnot, just about what's going on in life or whatever. But I'm like, wow, that could have been the one if I settled. And I don't know. Am I wrong? Should I have settled or not? I don't know. But just thinking about infidelity, it's like, is that the new norm for the world? I don't know. And now I'm thinking, when I get into the next relationship that I do start, or if I'm dating somebody and we start seeing each other more and make some type of commitment, should there be something I put on the table and say, hey, what if I cheat or you cheat? What do you think should happen? Or should I not have the conversation? If I do find out, or if they tell me, should I just kind of just wash it and just throw it behind my back and like, whatever? My married friends told me this, and if I'm going to cheat, it is what it is. I don't know. I need y'all to let me know, drop down in the comments. Another thing I want to tell you guys too is that I had a friend that was not married, was cheated on, married the fiance or his fiance, and I don't know what's going on with them now, but the fiance showed signs of infidelity before they even crossed that line. And maybe that's different, because maybe since they discussed it and it is what it is, and now they're married, they're good to go. But nevertheless, they still doing what they're doing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know if I could be with someone who's cheated. That's crazy. It would just hurt my heart. And long story short, I've been in a relationship. My last relationship I was in, I actually tried to take advice from my married friends, and that didn't do nothing but just mess up the trust issue that I had with him. And basically, it got to the point to whatever he said, y'all, it could be as simple as going to work or working late at night or going to spend time with friends or going to see his mama from out of town. I didn't believe him. I felt some kind of way. It was like I had that gut feeling like, wow, what is he doing? What is he really doing? Because I know that he told me these things in the past, but he was doing other things, like with somebody else. So I don't know. Is it my fault? Is it their fault? Is it just that I'm not made to be in a committed relationship at this juncture? Like, what is it? Y'all need to let me know, because I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm going to continue drinking on this. I'm drinking some Stella Rosa, and I'm feeling it. I had opened up a bottle early this morning. I ain't going to say this morning, this afternoon, because I slept late today, y'all. But I had opened up a bottle today, and me and some friends did a Zoom and had a great time. I finished that bottle, opened up another bottle. Now I'm still drinking it. I'm just really feeling myself. This is really beyond my limit. So, anyway, drop down to the comments. It's me, Jerome. I want to know what y'all think. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.